we're back.
Yeah. We're definitely back. This is Fundamentum. We got Darby here. I'm Hunter.
Hunter, in case you forgot.
Yeah, we're missing a couple members right now. Eddie and Jeff, they're under the weather and busy today,
But the key word is members.
they're members.
Because the last time, a year ago, it's been now,
Yeah,
we did not have those members.
right. It doesn't seem like it's been that long ago.
It has been.
Yeah, we just did the research today about it.
Yeah, it's definitely been a year. It feels good to do this again. You know, it's I know you and I have talked about this for a while.
Right.
You know, getting this thing back going again. And life happens, man. I mean, everybody's busy, and we started talking about this right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know, so we had Thanksgiving, we had Christmas coming through, New Year's and all that stuff, busy times and stuff. But yeah, we're excited to be back doing the episodes again and the podcast again.
And hopefully bringing you a new one every month. Hopefully.
Yeah, or maybe we get a little crazy and maybe do more than one a month.
Right.
That would be kind of cool.
It's not like we don't have the time before practice. We can come in and do one before practice, and
right,
or maybe even after practice sometimes.
Or we can set a date to where we do it like on a Sunday or whatever, you know, to do, because we do practice on Saturdays. So, you know, Saturdays are pretty much booked, at least for me and you.
Yeah.
We we always save our Saturdays and book, keep practice times and everything like that booked up. So some things have changed. You know, like Hunter was saying, you know, we've got Eddie Too Late, we've got Jeff Merritt as bass player. Eddie Too Late is another guitar player. We're excited about having them here.
Yeah.
They've been playing with us now for, Jeff's been playing with us for now a year.
You're right.
And Eddie's been here for about 6 months, probably.
Consistently.
If my memory serves me correct.
Right. 6, 7 months.
Yeah. So we're getting ready. We're gearing up to be able to play shows this spring and summer.
Right.
So we are going to be hitting that pretty darn hard, and do as many shows as we can this summer.
Yeah, and also, you know, we're going to go out and play shows as a vocalist band. So if, you know, we need a vocalist.
Right.
So, you know, if you guys think you can and fit that role and play with us, man, we would love to have you come try and do it, man. So,
and it's gonna be a really good thing because like Hunter said, we're gonna be playing without a vocalist for the time being,
which is fine because that's how we've been practicing. We can do the songs like that,
right?
But
it also
it
gives us a time to play and let somebody hear exactly what we're doing and what we're about
before they write lyrics.
Yeah, before they even come into to audition.
Right. Or if they have lyrics, you know, if those lyrics will fit into what we're doing musically.
Yep.
Yeah.
And where we stand.
Yeah.
You know, with everything. So that's where we're at. We've just decided, you know what, we're tired of waiting to get somebody to sing with us or whatever. We're just going to go out and do it.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I really think everybody's going to dig what we're doing. Yeah. I mean, I don't think if you're into hard rock and metal and that sort of thing, Assemble is really gonna be something that you're really gonna. I think they're gonna like it.
Yeah, I feel like we hit every single genre really of metal, not just rock, but like with metal we hit everything. We hit groove, we hit, you know, everything, glam, we hit every type of metal.
Right. So what do you now sitting back, man? You and I have been doing this for 3 years now, right? 4 years? I mean, you and I together?
Oh, I've known you for a long time.
Right. But as far as like, because when we first started, we'll give you a little bit back since it's been a while. But when we first started, we were called Ninth Hour, and we were on a whole different path.
We had a
You
female,
know.
we had a female singer,
Yep, and had another different guitar player.
vocalist, and a different guitar
You
player.
know, but we were really kind of like the whole worship scene and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
when both
'Cause we're definitely about the gospel.
yeah, absolutely. But when both of those people departed, Hunter and I really sit down and go, man, where does our heart sit? You know, as
Right.
far as music goes, and both of us are like, you know, we're really metalheads, man, and
Right.
and that's what we like.
We didn't necessarily want to play your fundamental, worship type music that you would hear in church.
Right.
But we definitely wanted to play something that honored God and
Yep.
gave glory to Christ. So
Absolutely. So, you know, with that being said, we immediately switched gears and took a different a different path. And it's not a no, I'm not, I don't want to go there. It's not something that is always an easy road for Christian people to be in that sort of genre. You know, a lot of people will really give kind of grief to that, but that's all I'm going to say about that. But we decided to take on that challenge, man. We really felt like this is what God has really kind of led us to be and who we've become.
yeah,
But
I learned how to play music in church.
right,
That's really I honed my skills in church, and so I just happen to have a metal mind. So
right,
you know,
and a heart
Yeah.
for it, and a heart for the people who listen to metal. You know, I don't know how many times, man, we talk about this off camera and in between private times or whatever, but you know, how many times have we heard that, you know, hey man, I just want you to know this song really touched my heart, and it was not even a worship tune, but it was a metal tune, regardless of who it was from. And that's what we're about. That's what for Assemble. That's our goal is to minister to people in their
Right.
hearts and to uplift them and to give them hope in a world as we look around now is in a world that, man, we really need a lot of hope and a lot of faith in God. And you know, there's a lot of terrible stuff going on right now, man. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, I need hope from every place I can get it, man.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
especially from what I do most, to listen to music.
Right. Right. So if you can tell back here, the banner is here, and
we got a black one too.
yes, and the black one will be used for shows,
Yeah.
for the backdrop of shows behind Hunter,
This is for me
behind the
only.
kid.
This is
and-
for me only.
And the white one is here for practice time, just so everybody doesn't forget who they're playing for.
Right. Yeah, I got my own sticks too.
Heck yeah.
Got my own personalized sticks. Darby made these for me for Christmas, so I appreciate that.
I like to take care of my brothers, you know, and in small ways and in as big as ways as I can. It's important. It's important for me as one of the founding members of this thing to really keep my hand out and say, look, man, I'm going to pick you up, and we're going to do this together, regardless of the hard times that we go through, regardless of the great times that we go through. We still, you know, it's my job. I feel like it's my job to say, hey, look, man, let's just pick up and let's just go. You know, let's not get too wrapped up in all the other stuff, and we hug and we love on each other, and we get back to what we do.
Right.
You
Play
know,
music.
Yeah, play music and spread the gospel, man. That's what we're about. So we are, like I said, we're gonna be trying to book as many dates as we can for this summer,
Yeah, this summer would be great.
and we're going to be busy. Hunter last year had a side project that he was doing, and he met up with a lot of resources.
Like
I
I
would
have
say.
a lot of resources and a lot of people that are willing to help me out, help
Right.
us out.
Right.
So,
So with those resources, he's going to reach out to them, and it will bear fruit for Assemble for sure.
it'll definitely bear fruit.
And then we've got two other members that have done side projects in the past as well. Jeff has done side projects on his own, and Eddie's done a few years ago. He's done stuff on his own. So they all have the resources that I don't have, and they're going to take the lead on that and help book dates and get things scheduled. Which, to be honest with you, for me, it really takes a load off of me.
Right.
And I love that whole idea and that whole concept, where I've kind of taken over with the merch, and got new shirts made up. We've got black shirts now instead of gray ones.
Yeah, which are great.
Yeah, which really look great.
The black ones are great. I would get one if I were you.
So yeah, t-shirts are $25 from large, extra large, $25. 2XLs are going to be about $29.
We should have had one.
Yeah,
Right.
we can get one next
We'll,
time.
we'll put it up somewhere.
And so we're excited, man. We're moving forward, regardless of how many times we take a step back every once in a while. We still keep moving forward.
We just keep practicing and writing
And,
music.
yeah, and the new music is really cool because
I agree. Darby's writing some great riffs.
Well,
which makes my job easier.
Sometimes not so easy, but we also got Eddie. He's writing some really cool riffs, and he's got different influences than what I've got.
Yeah.
Kind of the same. Eddie's kind of got the same influences you have.
Kinda.
Really.
Yeah.
With the whole,
we both love Black Sabbath.
Right.
That's all there is to it, and we both love Clutch, and
right. So there's those influences with Eddie's playing, and then you have my influences of stuff from from late 70s, early 80s, throughout the 80s, and then you've got Jeff, our bass player.
Jeff loves death metal, which is
not us, really.
Which is not us, but he melds it in perfectly, man.
Yeah, he's a great asset to Assemble, and he's become a great brother to Hunter and I, and to Eddie as well.
He's always there.
We love him so much, and he's been solid. He's been a rock. I could go out on a limb and say probably one of the nicest guys.
One of the nicest guys you ever meet.
You could ever walk up to at a show and talk to him, and his eyes would light up, and he would be like all in it. He would be your best friend.
He definitely would.
For sure. Eddie's the same way though. Eddie's got a really good outgoing personality. He's very easy to talk to. He's very laid back.
And he's got experience. I'm not going to call the dude old. I'm not going to say he's old school.
No, but he definitely has experience.
He's got experience, man. So, it's great having Eddie and Jeff, man, on board. Jeff's always been really a part of this, but
and speaking of experiences, with your side gig last year, you gained more experience.
Yeah, went on the road quite a bit and played a lot of shows.
Right, and Eddie and I were talking.
Shows.
Eddie and I were talking on the phone the other day, and we both said that, through those experiences that you had last year, you've really become a better drummer in the whole gamut of all of it.
Right.
Just not just your playing, but your way that you help lead us in and help take us out. Your leadership to stand up and go, hey man, the timing is a little off. Let's fix that, and it needs to be this, this, and this, and this. So, as sometimes growing pains are hard.
Right. I don't always like what I hear either, but I'm not always right. So.
Right, and none of us are, and that's what's great about the dynamic between the four of us is that our dynamics have become so positive with each other
Right.
that we can kind of we all know the lines that we have and the boundaries that we have with each other.
I know what I can say to Darby without making him angry.
Right. Or even if it
Try to push that sometimes.
right. So even if it gets to that point where we're both getting aggravated, or all four of us getting frustrated and aggravated with, how songs are going, how difficult,
Or if we've worked on a song for days and we still can't.
still can't get it.
Still can't get it.
We have learned with the four of us, we have learned how to navigate that very, very well.
Yeah.
To not be negative and tear down, but to uplift and be
Yeah.
positive.
Just kind of take a break from it. Work on some older stuff that we need to get our chops filled on. So, we'll take a break on that and then work on some old stuff,
Right.
man. Make it better than what it was.
Now I know you and I have talked about this, in the past, but we've got songs coming up almost 2 years old.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, I still love playing them.
Still love playing them.
I still love playing the older stuff, and which is great because it's old to us, but since we've been off the road and out of the scene for about a year,
Right.
It's going to be new to you guys again. And that's what's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun to bring those things back and to get everybody recharged on that stuff, because the shows that we did do, we got positive responses on. People really loved what we were doing. They loved the whole.
We played great.
And it was great.
The live show was good.
Yeah, the live shows were amazing. We did well, at least in my eyes. We did well.
I mean that really. I mean we love to hype the fans up, but I'm really a self-hyper. I like to hype myself.
Yeah, Hunter is one of those guys that cannot sit still.
Nah.
For a long period of time.
I'm playing with something right now.
So when we talked about this and we were like, do we keep the podcast at 30 minutes or do we just let it go for however long it goes?
However long.
And I'm like, well, let's go for however long it goes. Let's not put a timetable on it anymore. And then I got to thinking, well, it all really depends on how long you can sit still.
Right, which is not very long.
Which is
I want to go play those drums right now.
So, gear has changed now.
Yeah, we got a whole big old wall of Marshall lamps.
Yep.
Somehow they just magically appeared.
They started to magically just be here.
And I'm gonna pull something. I'm gonna pull something out. I just want to show you
new guitars.
One new guitar that really makes a difference. This is the Explorer, man. This is the one right here. I love that guitar. I don't even play guitar, and I love that.
When I first got that guitar, man, Hunter's like, oh, that's
it.
my favorite. That's it. That's my favorite guitar.
That's one I was gonna build. We were gonna build one together.
Yeah, we were gonna build one together,
and he ended up with it already built.
You can still get one. I
don't want to build one anymore.
But yeah, it's a new Epiphone version of the Explorer.
That's the one that he plays the most right now, and I'm glad because it's so beautiful, man. And it looks so good on him, man.
I did do some modifications to it. I did take the pickups out and put Seymour Duncans in it.
Painted the pick guard.
Painted the pick guard to match the band colors with the red and the black. It screams "Assemble the Souls" through and through. That's for sure. But yeah,
our first guitarist, Jacob, played a Snakebite,
right,
which was a white, almost Explorer type guitar. So it only makes sense that his dad plays that.
Dad starts playing the Explorer again.
Yeah,
and
I love that guitar, man.
And it's not the first Explorer. There's going to be one coming. Yeah. Hopefully, from what I heard, hopefully next month it gets here. But that will always be my first Explorer, and and I love it. I love playing it. The neck is a little bit bigger than the Les Paul, but I've adapted to it, and I like it.
It makes you play slower.
It does make me play slower. You know, Hunter's there's a thing. We play a couple songs, and one of them is Climb,
Right.
and we get into a certain part, and Hunter just looks at me and goes,
Slow down.
slow down. Which makes me, every time we both laugh at each other because we're like, he knows it's true. He knows that we get into that part and I just want to run. You know, and he's like, dude, I can't keep up with you, or it's just going to sound too fast. It just doesn't work. So let's slow it down, keep it nice and calm, and everything
Keep it
works.
nice, slow, and tight.
So, but yeah, we have a lot of fun with new stuff. Our new stuff, man. That the Cold Dead Hands that Eddie wrote.
Man, good riff.
Is so good. It is so good.
Good riff, man. I'm glad he wrote it for us and not for somebody else.
Yeah, for sure. But it's got a Black Label feel.
It definitely does have a Black Label feel.
You know, at least for me, and now that you've kind of seconded it does have a Black Label Society feel, and I'm all about that, man. I love Black Label, man.
I love Zach Sabbath. I love Black Label. I love anything Zach Wild
anything
does.
Zach lays his hands on, I'm all in.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
all in. But the dude is incredible. To see him live, that was a bucket list for me.
Yeah, and you
To
got
see him
that.
live, so
You got to see him with Pantera, which is awesome.
But yeah, it's good stuff, man. I mean, the music we're writing. I don't know.
Little lower.
What are you gonna say?
Little lower and slower. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
maybe. Definitely tuning is a little bit. We've dropped tuning.
Dropped a little bit. Listen, that's where I wanted the cymbals to go from the very beginning, anyway, because that's what I'm into.
Right.
You know,
Low and slow.
low and slow, little low and slow. I don't mind playing fast, but you know, I like to groove a little bit, and I like a little bluesier type guitar playing because it's easier to play drums too.
And that's really what Eddie brings to the table too. He's got a lot of blues.
Eddie definitely plays that style,
and
he keeps you there too. So.
Yes, yep. We all
Most definitely.
You know, look, man. We added Eddie, and we had Jeff for what 6 months almost.
Yeah, Jeff can
7
play.
months.
Jeff can play any style.
Jeff can play
plays
anything.
So it. You know.
But with Jeff, and then we brought Eddie in, and you know, I can speak freely. Even I'm not going to speak for you, but with me, I love that dude. I mean, Eddie is somebody that you can sit and talk to and just instantly relate to.
Yeah, you'll love him immediately.
You know, you will fall in love with Eddie Too Late. That's for sure. But it took a little bit, really, for him and I.
Well, he lives. Number one, he lives so far away.
He lives about an hour 40 minutes from here.
So every time we get him into practice, we're trying to get him here to play, and you know, so I want to get him in here to play, and you know, build this relationship with Eddie. But normally it's just in here crunching songs and then leaving. So.
Right. Yeah, because we don't want him out on the road, you know, any later than we have to.
Right.
So, but Eddie brings a vibe that is, I don't know, man. I mean, Eddie's that slow and go guy. Eddie, but he can shred too.
Eddie's definitely shredder.
But he brings that. I want to say he almost kind of brings that calmness to that storm. You know,
that comes with his experience.
100%.
That he has. You know, like the inexperience that I had. You know,
and the inexperience I have. You know,
it's just good having an older guy in here that's been through the ringer and been through the whole scene before, and
right.
I played every type and every genre, man, and
been with multiple bands.
Just
you know,
good to have him as an older man in here laying concrete with us.
Right.
You know,
And he's really, I mean, he's not that much older than I am, but his experience is 20 years older than I am.
I guess that's what I'm really trying to say.
know.
Not old man. He's not an old man.
Right.
He's just he's got more experience.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He brings stuff to assemble that when Hunter and I first started doing this, we were like, this is kind of what we want, you know.
Right.
And he came in, like I was saying, you know, him and I, as far as like immediately gelling as far as playing goes, it took some work. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it really took some work. Relationship wise and becoming instant friends, that was easy.
That was immediate.
Yeah, that was so easy. But for him to feel me out as a guitar player, my style, what I bring, my odysseys that I do, that is not always, they're not, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not always, shoot. It's not always the same stuff. It's not the common stuff. You know, so when I write or I put a new riff in or whatever, you know, it takes a little bit for us to work through it.
Yeah.
Because it's not common.
No, you had 3 other band members to get this idea through to.
Right.
And sometimes it starts with me and Darby. Sometimes it starts with, you know, Darby coming out with a riff and me putting a beat to it, and then Jeff coming and laying the bass down to it.
Right.
And then, you know, Eddie will always come through with a
Right.
with a shred.
You know, and even
guitar
sometimes
part.
with us, like
it takes a little while to work that riff out, man.
Right.
And to make it
Yep.
a whole song.
And Eddie and Hunter and Jeff too, but vocally, I would say that Hunter and Eddie have really helped me out as a guitar player to really pay attention to pattern, to pay attention to timing, to make sure everything is right on. And you know, Eddie and I, we've actually sit down together and wrote riffs together now, and so things are getting really, they're becoming a lot more smooth.
Right.
You know, as playing goes. Not that we don't come into challenges, because we do, but
especially, I mean, we try to play at least once a week, so we try to practice once a week, and you know we rock some stuff out in that 1 week.
and we,
you
you know,
know, that one day we have a whole lot to do in one day, so
right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That whole lot to do in one day in 3 hours.
In 3 hours, yeah.
Because usually our practices run about 3 hours
Right.
when we're finally everybody gets here and together.
And I don't like to be rushed, so we take our time.
Yeah. You know, and it's good. I mean, that whole idea and plan of how our practices look, how our practices go, is really working well.
I think it is
To
too.
not rush into anything.
And not to overburden somebody.
Yes. Yep. And to say, look, man, we're struggling with some stuff. Maybe I struggle with something a little bit more than others. And, you know, we said, look, we're just going to stop for this week or whatever. And then
might just jam.
Yeah, we might just jam, and then let me go through it throughout the week and learn it better. And
give it time to rest and
yep.
resonate a little bit.
And to talk to Hunter and say, hey man, is this what you're talking about? And then talking to Eddie and talking to Jeff, going, hey, this is, am I receiving this right? Am I going where you want us to go?
Right.
And it's a lot of give and take. You know, there's not just one person in this band that writes.
Right.
I think we all write our own stuff.
That's 100%.
You know, I write a riff, then Hunter, he'll write his drum track to it. Then Jeff, he'll write his bass part to it. Eddie will write his lead parts to it and whatnot. But we all have that creative source that we go
Yeah.
to, and we come together, and it's been great. It really has been. It has worked out for us so good that way.
We get to take our time. It's not like we're on a major time crunch or
Right.
on a major schedule to
Right.
get things done. So we get to take our time with stuff and have fun with it, man, and write good songs and
Right on.
not just rush stuff.
Right on.
Like,
Right on.
I feel that's what I feel anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. There is no timetable, which is great because we can play a riff,
Yeah.
and if something's not working within that riff, we all just kind of look at you and go, "It's not working so well. Let's change something.
Let's try to change it.
Yep." So then that's when Eddie and I, as guitar players, we go to work and we come up with another part that does work. If I'm not getting it, if I'm not hearing it, Eddie will hear it. If Eddie doesn't hear it, but I am, then it's up to me to be able to communicate that in a way that Eddie understands that and can get it. It's
That's
just
a
like
good,
with Hunter
that's a
too.
good word, communication.
You know, we've got to,
communicate.
I've got to do better at communicating with each one of them to let them understand my idea that's going on in my head, what I'm hearing, as well as, Hunter communicating with me going, this is what I'm hearing.
Right.
Can we marriage that together? Can we make it work? And usually
We can.
we can. It comes out really, really well. So, we've been soaking up new music, not just as playing and writing,
Just listening.
but just listening to new stuff.
Got to stretch myself out because I'll get stuck in a rut and just listen to the same thing over and over and over. So, which isn't a bad thing, but I'm not growing from that. So
I got 100% no room to talk.
what's your new? I know you got some new stuff for Christmas. What did you get?
Well,
For
okay,
Christmas
so
that you've been listening to lately.
yeah, so Christmas,
Mine's gonna surprise people, but
it will surprise people because I don't think even I know.
I don't tell you.
Exactly what you got, but I got what did I get as far as
Records you got that S&M.
I got the S&M record,
but you already had that one.
but I did have it, but that's okay.
You got some other stuff.
And then I got some Ginger stuff.
You got some Ginger stuff.
So not really vinyl, but I got some merch from Ginger, which was cool. But as far as like new stuff for me to listen to, it's kind of, I have really,
You started to listen to Clutch finally.
I did start really diving into Clutch.
Thank you, Father.
And really have enjoyed their stuff. They're amazing band.
Zach Wild,
They
Zach
are amazing.
Sabbath.
Zach, that right there, I think, like I had always said, man, I really like Black Label. But then I went on a freaking 4-week binge of just nothing but Black Label and really have
Right.
just embraced.
That's not a bad influence. That's a good influence.
Just embraced Black Label Society, and they're, come on, man, it's Zach Wild. That's all I need to say.
Right.
But they're the way, and I started really kind of paying attention to the way they structure their music. Even last week, just sitting back and listening to a lot of their records and just listening to different songs, like Stillborn, and that sort of thing where when you listen to it, man, I'm like, when Stillborn hits for me, Stillborn, when they start playing Stillborn, it's got such a cool groove and it's such a driving groove to it. But then I started really listening to that song. Dude, that song's got 4 notes in it.
Yeah.
That's it. 4 notes.
Not a whole lot.
But yet it is, for me, it's like one of my favorite songs from them.
It seems so full though. It
Yeah,
seems like there's so much more to it.
Yeah.
Than 4 notes.
And I love it. And so try not to adapt my style or my writing ability to to what they do. I think when we do something and we're like with Cold Dead Hands, you know, Eddie was not thinking about Black Label when he wrote it.
No, but what a great name for a song, man.
But when he wrote it and he brought it over and he was like, okay, I got a new riff, and he played through it, and I immediately looked at you and went, that's Black Label.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, that's Black Label right there, buddy.
Yeah. That's
because
it definitely influenced by
it's in a drop C sharp, or C sharp, not really drop C sharp, but C sharp standard.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
So we're constantly dropping guitar tunings like really low, but it just really works for that song, you know.
My drums stay the same tune no matter what.
Yeah, his drums stay the same. Yeah. It's the three of us. It's Jeff, Eddie, and myself. We're all sitting there taking 5 minutes to freaking down tune and or swapping out guitars and you know and all that stuff. So
I probably could do more, but I don't.
But the way you play it doesn't need more.
Oh, that particular song, no.
You know, it's good the way it is. But
I can't wait to unleash that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a killer. I think we talked about that, where it's going to be like an ending song.
Yeah.
Like it's going to end our show because it's so good.
Such a
and it's got that groove to it.
And it's something you'll remember.
Yeah.
So that's what we want. We want you to remember it.
Yep. Not to saying that the rest of the songs that we have, you're not going to remember, because I think you are. I think eventually when you hear them, you may find yourself kind of humming along to them the next day or so.
Right.
You know, getting that catchy groove.
Hopefully jumping on Spotify or YouTube and checking them out again.
Yep. When we get them recorded, that's another thing that we're trying to schedule and trying to find somebody to record us, because I don't want to.
I don't like recording. So
yeah, Hunter has a problem with.
I have
recording.
a dyslexia when it comes to recording. That's not a joke. I really do.
But that's why you have us. Right, to help you through it.
Yeah, if I can't,
you know, and again,
I can play it live all day.
All four of us really kind of start lifting each other up and helping us through hard times and troubling times when we can't figure stuff out, or I get aggravated and can't play it, and you know, get frustrated. Eddie's and Hunter, and they're all just sitting there going, dude, you can do this. Right. You're a good enough guitar player. You can do this, or whatever.
It's so simple, Darby. You can do it, man. It's no problem. You can get it.
Yeah. And then I'm sitting over going, no, I can't. No, I can't. And then next week, we all get together.
Take a break from it, come back, and guess what?
And Hunter's like, dude, I thought you said you couldn't play that.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, well, I just had to put work in, you know.
Or take a break from it.
Or take a break from it. But it's all about the work, right? I mean, if you don't put the work into a band, it's never going to be good.
Right.
Ever. I mean, you got to put the work in. You can't be afraid to not put work into it and invest. And not only the band, but invest into your bandmates. If you don't invest in the bandmates, the family, family thing that Assemble has got going on, if each of us did not invest into one another, that would not happen.
Yeah. I swear to the Lord that every time I wake up, every morning that I wake up, I have a message on my messenger board that says, "Good morning, my brother." Every single morning, without fail. It don't matter what day it is. It's always there every morning. So that's how we start our day, communicating with one another. And it goes on throughout the day. We communicate throughout the day like that.
Yep. I don't think there's a day that goes by that I don't communicate with one of you.
At least all of us.
Or all of us.
I think you do, all of us.
You know, because everybody gets the good morning, brother message. Right. Everyone does. Right.
That's a good way to start the morning, man.
Then it comes from, you know, well, good morning, bro. How's your day, or whatever, you know, and
then we start to communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing about to get ready to go to work.
Yeah. Or, you know, when we get done writing a riff on Saturday for, you know, the next 4 days, it's like, man, that riff is so cool, dude. I can't wait to play it again.
Can't wait to play it Saturday.
Right. But, yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited to start playing shows, man.
Me too.
That's my heart, man.
That is Hunter's heart.
Studio thing ain't really my thing. I got to do it because it's part of it, but
Right.
you know what I mean. But playing shows is my thing, man.
Yeah, because they're gonna want to hear. They need to hear the songs even when we're not playing live,
Right.
and the only way they can do that is if we get them recorded and get them done.
Get them done.
But with that said, man, I am very blessed to have the men in this band that I get to play music with all the time.
Especially because they keep just showing up, man.
Yeah,
they just show up every time. So
right.
And that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Can't play if you're not here.
No, but you know it's we sit here and we talk about all this stuff, man, that has been going on, and it doesn't seem like when we talk about it, it doesn't seem like, man, that took up a year.
Right.
You know, but it was reality, man.
Yeah.
It was a slow process.
Yeah, we were going through our list of things that we had on YouTube that we had done, and yeah, it didn't seem like the one had been 2 years ago.
Yeah,
like 2 years ago. Like
episode 3 was 2 years ago.
And then
episode 4 was 1 year ago.
Yeah, and then between those times, man, there had been so much that went on between those times.
And I know I'm forgetting stuff that has happened that we thought, well, we'll talk about that, and now I forget what we were talking about.
Right.
You know, but
I went and played in another band for a little while, took a small hiatus, and came back, and so now we're back doing it again. So
right.
Yeah. I learned a lot of stuff in that little hiatus that I took, man.
Yep, and it's only really, it's making, not only did it make Hunter better, but it's making Assemble better.
Right.
You know, that time away and doing your thing, and
I got to get out on the road a little bit and play
experience
live
that,
yeah,
and help me understand that
and
later.
realize that life made me really, really tired.
Yeah, I can imagine. Because you guys were hitting it full tilt for a while.
Yeah, and then I work still.
Yeah, you still have your day job.
It's
evening job.
It's very tiring.
Yep. Yeah. I'm trying to think, man.
How about
this?
How about this?
Okay.
How's your health today?
My health is a whole lot better than it was a year ago.
I don't know if you know. Had you had your heart attack before we had our last one? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so, because it happened in July.
Yeah, you went through a whole hell scare.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I almost was not sitting here today.
That's true.
But God knew it wasn't my time, you know, so He afforded me to stay a while longer.
I still needed Him for a little while,
you know, and I feel like I look back at it now, and it's, you know, because that was in July, and
then my dad had a heart attack.
It would just not that long after that.
2 weeks later, a month
was
later.
it that close? 2 weeks later.
2 weeks or a month later, which it almost took him out. Like,
yeah,
literally.
Yeah,
strongest man I ever met.
Yep, and it was crazy because I had my heart attack, and literally, man, I was like 20 minutes from not being here.
Right.
You know, that's how scary it was, you know, at the time. And then that was in July, and then in August, my wife had her episode and almost died in August.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like, man, because she had some stuff going on with her, and then she didn't realize that she had blood clots. And I was down here in the studio working on some stuff, and she was up in the kitchen upstairs, and I remember hearing like she had fell or she dropped something that was pretty heavy or whatever. And so I'm like sitting here listening, waiting. I thought, well, if she fell, I could hear her getting up, you know, and all that stuff, but I didn't hear that. So I went upstairs, and there she was. She had collapsed in the middle of the kitchen floor, and She was not responsive at all. And so, by the love and the grace of God, the EMTs got here quick. Less than 5 minutes they were here. They worked on her for a little bit, and she finally started to come around a little bit. Got her into the hospital, or got her to the hospital, and they run a bunch of tests and found out that she had blood clots, and she nearly, I think she was closer than I was.
Yeah.
You know, to not being here.
I don't know. I was really scared for you.
But
I was really scared for you.
But at the same time, man, it was like, after it was all said and done, her and I both talked about it, and we're like, as crazy as it was, and it was like, because you don't think about that stuff, you know, like you don't go through your daily life going, today I'm going to be 20 minutes from dying, and I'm going to, you know, and none of that stuff. But afterwards you reflect on everything, right?
Well, the mortality, like, I haven't thought about my dad's mortality ever. I never thought about my dad, you know,
not
dying,
right.
you know, passing away. You know, I never even thought about that. Like, not that there was a chance. We was, you know, and then this little scare happens, and then, you know, it becomes in the center of your mind all the time. Like, who's going to take care of my mom, or
right.
You know what I mean? Who's going to, you know,
yeah,
my mom's still alive.
How's dad doing today? You know, and instead of just going through life.
Right. I always got to worry about if he's going to make it through another day, kind
you
of.
Know,
So.
you start to think, man, how's dad doing? How's my wife doing today? You
Yeah.
know? So, I mean, you know, if she was here, she would tell you that I don't think there's a day that doesn't go by that I don't ask her how she's doing. You know, now.
Physically.
You know, physically as well as everything else, but more so physically. But yeah, that time because we had already scheduled to do Metal Fest that year.
Right.
Last year at that time. It was literally 2 weeks before
right.
Metal Fest that I had the heart attack. And you know, with that we kind of pulled out and wasn't able to do Metal Fest, which kind of broke my heart for these guys because they were looking forward to it, and that's what we worked so hard towards, is to do the show.
Right. That show.
Yeah, that show, and it broke my heart to not be able to do it. Not per se of not being able to do the show, but for them, you know, because I you know, there was a part of me. I know it sounds ridiculous, especially to these guys, because they know my heart and I know their heart and all that stuff. But, you know, it did hit my heart to say, man, I let these guys down. And it was not in my control.
Right.
You know, it wasn't my fault. But at the same time, that's exactly how I felt, was like, you know, I just let you guys down to play one of the bigger shows that we had planned for that year.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, if it gives you any type of solace whatsoever, like, you know, 2 out of the 4 members play the show that night anyway.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. So they were in different bands playing different stuff, and so they got to play. They got their fix on being able to play, which I was happy for.
I wasn't let down, man. I was more scared. I was more terrified for you. I wasn't mad that I didn't get to play with Darby that night.
Right.
I was more terrified that, you know, that I wasn't going to see you again.
Right. That I would never play music with you
right.
again.
Same thing. Yep. Exactly.
You know, but through all of that, God is blessed. You know, more than I sometimes know that I deserve. God's blessed that. And it's been great. It has been an absolute great thing.
Because he's got more control than what you may think.
Yeah, you know, so with that, it's been a change of diet, you know, doing things a little differently.
For him, not for me. I still
still eat whatever you want.
I still eat the same garbage.
And still never gain an ounce of weight because your metabolism is 300 miles an hour.
I've gained a lot of hair, though.
He has. His hair has gotten longer.
Let my hair
grow. You know, maybe on a podcast you'll get to see how long the hair is.
I might let it down someday. I don't know.
But my hair is about the same length as it was the last 5 years, which is 0. So be thankful you got hair, bro.
I'm just
Because
grateful.
I don't.
I'm just grateful I can still grow hair.
I can still grow it. It's just not on the top of my
It's
head.
not, it's on your face. It's a good point.
But we touched on it earlier. What new music have you been listening to?
Oh, I don't think I've really got any new stuff. Just the same old stuff, man. But
Yeah.
I've got some good stuff for Christmas though. I got some early Christmas gifts. And, Nicole bought me some Clutch records, and Darby gave me a copy of the S&M Metallica record.
Yep.
Yeah, so I got that, and then I got I'm a hip hop fan. I don't know if you guys realize that or not, with a flat bill and whatnot.
Sometimes, man, because we talk about metal so much,
I really love hip hop.
but sometimes it gets lost.
It's my favorite genre.
That Hunter is a hip hop guy.
Swear to you.
And he loves it.
I just
he
as soon
actually
go to a hip hop show as I would a metal
right.
show.
And you last year you got to sit in.
With
on a rapper
with Phil Sherman
that you were able to play drums with, and
it was like a crossover fest where we crossed a bunch of metal bands with a bunch of hip hop stuff, and it went over really good, man. We had one day of practice. I've heard
cram it in
real quick, and he's like, "You want to do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
Phil Sherman.
Yeah, buddy.
You're the man for letting me do that, man.
He's come a long way, and he's gotten very good.
Because you knew Phil before I even knew him, so
yep. So it's been fun to see him grow, and to see how much his music career is starting to take off. And
Phil Sherman, yes. he's got a show coming up in Kansas City.
That is right.
He does. Check it out.
Coming up soon.
Big show for him, man.
It's huge. So if you're in the Kansas City area,
or you feel like traveling, go see our boy, man.
Go see Phil Sherman. You will not be disappointed. He's really, really good.
He's the best dude in the world, man. Yeah. He got to open up for a lot of big names here the last couple months. So
yeah, he's doing it.
He's doing it,
and that's great. That is awesome.
Hip hop.
I'm trying to think anything else new with a symbol
that I can think of.
That we can think of that, No,
besides we got the new shirts, we got the new merchandise. We covered that already.
Yep.
Got the new songs going. Working them out. Hopefully we'll get some of them on Spotify soon.
Right, get something recorded. Like I said, we're looking for somebody to record us, because, like I said,
he doesn't want to do it.
I don't want to do it, and
he doesn't want to deal with me.
No,
because I'm terrible in the studio.
That's not 100% true.
It's true though.
It's not 100% true.
We're too close for you.
We are
for you to direct me in the studio.
Yeah. Well, for one, I don't even know how.
You're afraid to hurt my feelings.
I don't know how. I don't know how to direct you or anyone else for that matter in the studio. Going, hey man, you should do this, this, and this.
Right.
I don't even know where to begin. Right. All I know is how to hit the R button and go play.
Right.
And
stop.
Yeah, and then hit stop. That sort of thing. But the other reason why I don't really want to record us or have put the effort into learning how to record us is because I think it's very important to have fresh ears on a project.
Yeah.
When you go to record,
and I think when it comes to playing, I think you should be able to focus strictly on playing guitar.
Yeah, I agree.
That's it.
Yep.
You shouldn't have to worry about press and record or
gear. Where does mics go? How they set up? Yeah. How far away from the cab do you?
You should be able to focus solely on playing.
But with that comes challenges, because you're like, okay, we don't have deep pockets,
right?
So we have to try to find people that is reasonable, that fits in our budget to be able to go in and do some, even if it's one song.
Yeah, and
to
also,
go in and do the studio.
Also, be able to understand what we're trying to put out.
And the like you said, the direction that we're going and the sound and the tones that we want as as players.
Not that you have
know,
to be a metal fan, but you have to be able to understand it.
Yeah.
What we're looking for.
And that may not be easy. Sometimes.
You know, it'll be a metal fan who records, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna pick it up and be like, okay, I'll record you guys.
Yeah, I'll take the chance and do it.
Right.
You know,
all you got to do is come in here.
Right.
All you got to do is come in here. You got everything set up already. All you got to do is come in and record it. That's it.
Because we're not doing vocals here, so everything that we do is all direct.
All set up. We can record right now if you want.
So we don't have to record through amps and stuff like that. We just go direct. And
you know what we should have done? We should have done this live, so that we could have got somebody. Somebody would have came in here immediately.
That would have been funny. We were talking about it, somebody's knocking on the door. Hey man, let me in. I'm going to record.
Well, we can get our parts done.
Yeah, we can definitely get our parts done. But I do want to say, look, man, I want to take a moment to give a shout out to somebody that's really supported us as a band from really day one of Assemble. All right, and that's Jen Engel.
Oh yeah.
You know, the guys at Torchlight, Jen and Doug Engel from Torchlight.
Them dudes have always been behind.
You guys are some of the most amazing people I've ever met in my entire life, and I've met a lot of people.
Good family. I always say it.
Great family. The kids are amazing.
Everybody's into the music.
So talented.
Everybody's into the music. They're all part of it.
Right. So if you're in the St. Louis area, go check out Torchlight. Go check out Aragon. Aragon is their children's band, and they are so good.
They're so good, man.
Oh my gosh, they are so good.
They do covers, a lot of covers, and
they do them well.
They nail
them. They nailed them. But a big shout out to Jen and Doug. You guys,
Matt,
have really, for me personally, have supported me and Assemble, and you know, we've had discussions and talks and stuff like that to where we get ready to play out. We're going to do shows with Torchlight.
Heck yeah.
That's already been said and set kind of in stone, that when we're ready, just to give Jen a call and say, hey, we're ready to go. Just pick out a date and we'll be there.
All right.
But Jen and Doug, I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
You guys are completely amazing, and you guys mean a lot to me, and
lots of me,
and the Hunter and the rest of the guys too. But it seems like you and I have really had a lot of communication with them, and I had a lot of talk with them.
Well, I got to, in the other band that I was in, I got to play shows with them a lot, and got to spend some time with them in venues, and they're always 100% professional, and man, and
some very humble people, man.
Right.
I mean,
and they put on a great metal show.
And they put on a killer show.
Great metal show.
Yep. So if you get a chance, go see Torchlight, go see Aragon.
If you don't like them and follow them already on the platforms, go follow them, man.
Yep.
You'll be blessed, I promise.
Yep, for sure. And they've got great messages, man. They stand for a lot of good stuff, and the same stuff that we stand for, they stand for as well. And there's, again, I know I keep repeating myself, but they are some of the most kindest, most amazing people that I have met in this whole thing.
Selfless.
They are. Jen is probably one of the most hardworking managers that I personally know, that I have heard of. She's constantly hustling these guys, Torchlight and Aragon, constantly pushing and doing her thing. And God bless your heart, man.
Yeah,
because
and still being a mom.
And still being a mom and a wife. And all that stuff and friends, and you guys are amazing.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, you guys are just amazing. So thank you so much for that, and for the support that you give us, and the constant cheerleading that they do for us. They can't wait to play shows with us. We can't wait to play shows with them. The respect between each band is top notch. We both respect each other very well, and we're just stoked to do it. And when we do it, we will definitely be on plugging that show.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and I guarantee it'll be in St. Louis somewhere.
Probably. Or up here. It might be up here.
Or maybe.
Yeah, I doubt it. It'll probably be in St.
But
Louis.
I want to play the red flag. I know you played the red flag. I want to play the red flag.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I've heard a lot of good things about the
nice
St. Louis
venue.
red flag and all that stuff.
They're reopening the food bar too. So
Are they?
Yeah, heck yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to play there. That's a goal. Is I want to play there. That would be so cool. I'd like to play up in Iowa. You know, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, as well as playing hometown, but the idea of playing somewhere other than your hometown, if that doesn't kick you going, man, I don't know what does.
It's great, man.
You know, and
I love getting to meet other bands and other people and getting to hear their stories, and
yep,
it's great, man.
And you know, I mean, we're still in need of stuff. You know, we're still in need of trying to figure out how we're going to transport gear. You know, we need trailers. We need something.
Right.
You know, to haul
trailer.
Well, yeah, trailer, not trailers yet, but a trailer to load gear. And,
what we really need right now is a vocalist. So
yeah, 100%.
I'm not gonna hide it. I don't really want a female singer. He don't care.
I don't care.
He doesn't care one way or another. I'd rather not have a female singer.
I see Hunter's point of view, and I'm not going to get.
We're not going to get into the reasons behind it, but
because that doesn't matter. But you know, I respect everybody's
personal opinion. I just rather have
a guy singer,
a male singer,
and I'm good with that.
Not that Tatiana's not doing a great job, or Alyssa, or any of them metal female singers
they're great,
killing it. But
I just you know, we sit and talk about this, and I say I don't care if it's female or male. If they can just do the job, I don't care. Yeah. But I got to be honest with you. I mean, if I'm perfectly honest with myself and my own,
I don't want to travel with
right. That kind of But anyway, if I'm completely honest with myself and all that stuff, I don't necessarily hear female vocals with what we're doing.
Me neither.
I hear male vocals. Not that there's anything wrong with female vocalists, because there's not. And if you are a female vocalist that wants to get in the metal scene, all I'm going to say is good luck and go do it.
Jump in.
Just do it. Just
find a band.
Find a band and just make your presence known, because I really believe there is a place for women in metal. And I will definitely support that and all that stuff. Just for a symbol, I don't, when I'm hearing vocals, I'm not hearing female vocals. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing a guy's vocal.
Not even if they're the most guttural, disgusting metal scream that you ever heard. It's not going to be the same as having a...
No, and, you know, and that's the other thing, you know, that's the other thing we're looking for, is we're looking for somebody that does not scream
all the time.
The time.
We need some clean.
You know, we need clean vocals. We need
one singer, though.
One singer.
Clean vocals.
Clean vocals. Maybe
guttural.
Maybe a good raspy little voice to it. Got a little rasp to that voice.
Just be a vocalist. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, and come in and just rock it, man. Just bring what you bring, and make that experience your own. And if you can make the songs that we write your own,
that's a good way to put that.
We're in.
That's a good way to put that. I like that.
You know, so, you know, because Lord knows that the four of us make the songs our own.
Right.
You know,
I definitely play something different every single time, probably.
Yep. And that's okay. And that's what's great about writing your own stuff.
Yeah.
You
can't tell me how to play it.
Yeah. You know, or you can't go, dude, you played that wrong.
Wrong. Oh yeah?
You know, really? Because that's the original, and we don't have a wrong way to play it.
Right.
You know, but that's what I didn't like about playing covers is that, oh man, you guys you missed this one part, you didn't play it right, and dude, I'm gonna cut all that out, and we're just gonna play our own stuff.
Play it the way I want every single time.
And I don't have to worry about upsetting people and fans of that song that, oh man, you didn't play it the way that they played it, and it didn't sound like the original. Well, sometimes that's the point. You know, you do a cover, but sometimes the point is that we do a cover, but we want to make it our own,
right?
You know, and give it a new life or give it some new breath
while paying homage to the original.
Right. You know, but I will say this. Not going to name names at all, but I will say this. If you are going to cover a Metallica tune, your vocals better be spot on.
Oh man!
You cannot.
I've seen some real stinkers.
You cannot scream through an entire song of Metallica.
Metallica's not metalcore.
It's not. That's not it, man.
You can't have metalcore vocals over.
Yeah,
Metallica.
no, you can't. You know, it's got to be.
That's not a shot at anyone. But.
No, it's not. It's not a shot at anybody. But man, we've heard it. And I'm like, ugh.
Listen, James doesn't sound like Cookie Monster.
No, nor do I want him to.
Yeah.
James.
Sometimes he does.
James is my guy. James is my guy.
James does not sound like Cookie Monster.
Metallica is my band.
I know it is.
You know, and when I hear stuff like that, when
you hear Creeping Death, it
should sound like Creeping Death. Yeah. It shouldn't sound like. What is he saying? I don't understand a word he's saying.
He's saying, I want cookies.
Right. But, look, man, I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I just think it's kind of, to hold that respect for a band that has been around as long as Metallica has, I think bands owe them that much respect to play it and do it the way that it should be done. That's all I'm going to say. You know, and I think you kind of feel the same way.
The same way.
It's like, look, man, if you're going to be a tribute band, then you need to tribute.
Not tribute. Not tribute with different vocals.
Right. Or different guitar styles and
different drums.
And, you know, and all that stuff. It needs to be as close to the original stuff.
Unless it's Cookie Monster paying tribute to Metallica, then it could be different, I guess.
Yeah, because we know what we're getting into.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, you know, the music is. I love how subjective music is, because how I feel about some forms of music or some songs hit me one way, they hit Hunter something different.
Yeah.
You know.
And, yeah, for sure.
And that's a great thing, because it brings up conversations between us and go, man, I'm just not feeling what you're feeling, or you're not feeling what I'm feeling.
I'm emotional and I cry a lot.
You are emotional.
And I cry a lot.
And I love that. But what hits
over
him,
music.
It ain't just over music, man.
I just cry a
lot. But that's what I love about music, and what drives me to do some of the stuff that I do is that in Assemble, we want to take people on a journey. You know, there's highs and there's lows in our music, and it's a story. And that's what we want our lyrics to be as well. We want our lyrics to be a story.
We'd love for somebody to come and tell their story through the music, man.
Yep. And to just do that thing that Assemble does, is that it's hard, it's got groove, it can be fast, and it can be slow.
It can be melodic.
And it can be melodic.
It can be crunching.
And it can be shredding. But there's all of that stuff built into an Assemble show. And that's what I feel like we bring to the table that a lot of other bands around here right now are not bringing. They're not bringing the journey. They're not bringing the story. They're bringing straight ahead, in your face, hard stuff, which is great. That's awesome. That's just not what a cymbal's bringing.
Right.
We're not bringing, 100 miles an hour from the
Or-
first song to the 12th song.
Or taking my shirt off and flexing.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either because nobody needs to see that. At least for me. I mean, you can pull it off. I can't.
I'm not. Because of morality, I won't do it. I like people to hear the music and not see my biceps.
Right. But we love the direction that the cymbal's going right now.
I do, man.
And we love the music that we're putting out.
Listen, I promise you this: whether we ever play a show, I'll be here every Saturday playing music with this dude. That's a true story. I'll be here every Saturday playing music with this dude. So.
And my door will always be open to this dude, to come in and play or not play, just hang.
Sit on that couch over there and
you just hang out.
Talk spit.
Yep, for 3, 4, 5 hours.
Yeah. We might get up and decide we want to play. But...
Yeah, it gets to the point where I always know when, like, we talk so much and the conversations go everywhere when we talk.
I swear.
Right?
From one second to the next.
Yeah, in different topics. Probably about 1,000 topics we talked about during a conversation.
We were literally talking about retirement today. We were talking about 401ks.
We were talking about stock
market investment. Things that I don't have any idea about.
Well, I don't know that much. I just know enough to fake it by. But
he was trying to hit me up on the
I was trying to explain
because I'm really struggling at work right now because I got, I've got a job where I have this 401k and I don't know anything about it,
Right.
So he's trying to.
And I don't think I did a very good job. I think I confused you more than I helped you.
It's all
so
right.
I'm sorry about that. But through those conversations, man, there's always that sense and that point where we're hanging out where Hunter will look over and go, "You gonna play some music, man?
You ready to go play?"
And I'm like,
it's great. We can literally walk across the room and just do it.
Yeah. So like where we're sitting at now is where we play, but usually Hunter and I are sitting over there.
Yeah.
Either with the TV on or we got Spotify playing with different stuff,
or YouTube,
or we got YouTube playing different songs, or we're watching a Vice Grip Garage episode or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That I'm hoping I get you hooked on because it's.
I'm hooked, man. The dude's
dude's
legit, man. He knows what he's doing.
Derek and Vice Grip Garage, man. I'm hooked.
The dude's legit.
I watch him all the time. And I love his stuff.
He'll go rebuild a junk motor in 2 seconds.
Yeah. It seems like 2 seconds with a pair of vice grips.
And some duct tape.
Duct tape and a screwdriver.
Right.
A pair of regular pliers.
He ain't got a whole lot.
And yeah,
he makes a lot of trips to the.
He does make a lot of trips to
Parts House
to O'Reilly's and Hobo Freight.
He'll get that sucker ripped up though.
Yeah. But I love Derek and
everybody needs that type of dude. Everybody needs a dude like that in their life.
Oh heck yeah, man!
Like, man, I'm sitting on the side of the road. Okay, I'll be there right there.
I'll be right there. Yeah, just to watch Derek and the episodes on Vice Grip Garage, for one, I learn stuff from him, regardless if he wants me to learn it from him or not. I learn it from him. And two,
he's always trying to restore a awesome old car. Man.
Yeah, or whatever.
Or a junk car that he's trying to turn nice,
But he is like one of the funniest dudes.
Yeah, he's funny.
And I will sit and I will laugh through an episode.
He's got that real good northern accent too.
Yeah, he's got that Minnesota.
Don't you know?
The what is it? The Go Make It Happener.
Yeah, Go Make It Happen.
Which is the carburetor. But the fuel make it happen. That's the carburetor. But yeah, that's usually like I'll pick him up at 11:30, 12 o'clock on a Saturday. We come out here, we hang, we either watching Vice Grip Garage or we're listening to music. We're having deep conversations about all kinds of stuff.
Waiting for the other two dudes to get
Waiting for the other two guys to come and jam and practice and write new stuff and work things out.
Low stress, high quality. That's
Yes.
what it is.
You know, that is a very good way of
Low
putting
stress,
it,
high
man.
quality.
Yeah. And I've talked to everybody, not just Hunter, but Eddie and Jeff too. Is like, look, man, if I start becoming stress, or I start creating stress within the band about certain things that I stress out over, then please come and talk to me and tell me, hey, look, man, you need to calm down because you're stressing us out. You know, because if we don't have that open line of communication,
Yeah.
this band will fail.
I can't get offended every time Darby tells me to play different.
Yeah, or you doing the same to me.
Right.
You know, dude, you need to play that different, or that does not fit in that time signature.
Right.
So we need to figure out how we can get it to work.
Right.
So my heart is no longer on my sleeve all the time, you know, to where I get offended or I get my butt hurt
Right.
because Hunter goes, dude, your freaking timing is off. You know, what part of that do you not understand? You know,
I've never said that. Not like that. I've never said it like that.
but but at the same time, we can look at Eddie and we can look at Hunter and we can look at Jeff, and we can all four of us can sit there and go, let's try it this way
Let's try it.
and see what happens. I know that's not your favorite way of doing it, but just appease me
Right.
and let's do it this way and see how it works. And if it does work better than what we like, we are adult enough. Can I use that word?
Yeah.
Adult enough to go, you know what? I do like it this way. I like to play it this way, but you're right. This sounds better. It works better. It just gels better. And not be offended or be like all freaking snowflake-ish and just, now I'm going to have to hurt you because you hurt my feelings.
Right.
You know, so.
I've never felt that way towards anybody in this band. In this band, I've never felt that.
We're not going to go in the other stuff. But we love doing what we do, man.
I swear. I show up every Saturday.
We do. We love doing what we do. The only time we don't practice is if somebody's sick. And even if Eddie's got other stuff going on, the grandkids and whatnot,
we still get together.
The three of us still get together and play. And he catches up relatively quick when he comes back.
And Jeff just does whatever he does.
Yeah, and Jeff, I don't even know.
Slap it the best, man.
I don't know. Like, I could tell you kind of what Eddie does.
Right.
I could tell you kind of what Hunter does.
You gotta follow me, so.
I have to. But I gotta be honest with you. If straight up, I don't know what Jeff does.
Yeah.
But whatever Jeff does,
He holds it down in the rear
it
end.
sounds freaking amazing.
He holds the rear end down.
I
with
don't
me.
know how he plays the way he plays, but it's pretty freaking awesome.
It's that beautiful purple Schecter he's got back there.
He does play purple Schecter too.
It's beautiful.
But yeah, you know, what do we got? Anything else at all?
I think so. We're about an hour in now.
Are we?
Yeah.
So, you know, where do you? Okay, so I'm gonna shoot this, right?
Yeah, ask questions.
So
I can answer questions.
I'm gonna shoot this, knowing that we're gonna be playing live in 26.
Right.
Okay? Where do you think? Where do you picture a symbol being at the end of 26?
I don't know. Hopefully playing at least every other weekend live. Playing live every other weekend at least.
All right.
Yeah. That's a good enough pace for me.
And having time to be in the studio,
And
which you hate,
I
but
hate
you
it, man.
still.
I would
do.
rather play live shows than
Oh,
be in the studio.
yeah. You know,
I would rather go flub up on a stage than flub up.
Then
in the
have to
studio.
be spot on,
Especially
perfect
when
in the
it's like
studio.
time's involved, money's
Right.
involved. Like I don't know.
Right.
I just don't like the studio. Man. I don't think there's a whole lot of drummers that do.
Do you see?
If there is drummers that like being in the studio,
let him know.
let me know in the comments.
Write in the comments down below.
Yeah.
You know,
Because I don't know.
do
And what helps you? What helps you through those sessions, man? Because
yeah.
I really struggle with them.
I think you got to find your happy place.
I don't have a happy place in the studio.
But do you see us getting a singer in 26?
I would hope. I mean,
I would hope.
it was my idea. It was my idea. Let's just play shows,
Right.
and then without a vocalist,
Right.
and then the vocalist will come.
Right.
I believe that. That's the
Well,
way.
you
that's
and
the
Eddie
way it
both
goes.
said the
yeah,
same thing.
Eddie said it too.
You know, and so I'm
I
like,
believe it'll go, man.
because I was pretty reluctant, to play shows without a singer. Let's find a singer first. Let's get
Right.
all that ironed out. Then let's hit the stage properly and let's do it right. Not saying,
I can't
not
contain it. I want to play
not
them.
saying that if we play without a singer, we're not doing it properly. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying the way that I was looking at things is that, let's get a singer in here. Let's get everything done.
Right.
That where when we hit the stage properly and we do it the best we can do it.
Yeah.
All right. But then I'm like, I hear it from you and I hear it from Eddie. Jeff is like jumping on board with it,
Right.
which Jeff jumps on board with pretty much whatever.
No, he doesn't.
No, he
Jeff's
will.
got his own mind.
Jeff does go,
He's got his
let's not do that,
He
man.
got his own mind, man.
No, I kid him a lot, but I listen to those guys, man, and the more I listen to them and listen to their reasoning behind doing what they were thinking, what they thought was right to do or is right to do, the more it made sense, and I'm like, you know what? It's just me being stubborn and me being bullheaded about all of that. Let's do that. Let's hit the stage without a singer. Let's just do it, and the singer, let that bring the singer to us.
And it will.
And I have to believe that, and I'm hopeful for that. I think that, look, man, you're my brother. Eddie's my brother. Jeff is my brother. You guys aren't stupid.
Right.
So I got to sit there and go, okay, I got to have faith and trust in them. So it's me going, I'm putting my faith and trust in your judgment.
Throw your hands up and let me give you a hug. That's what you do.
We do hug.
But, yeah, man, after being in the local scene for a while and seeing local shows and seeing the quality of, things that's going on around here, like, I mean, it's not going to be a long shot for us to play a show without a singer. It's
right.
Not taking a shot at any bands around here, but I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's not going to be that big of a shot.
So we were talking last week at practice, man. Let's shift gears a little bit from the band to other stuff, but when you go to a show, or if you go to a show, right, or you're looking at everybody that you would like to see,
local or what?
no, on the pro level.
Oh, pro level. Okay.
All right. So you look at the schedules of all the bands that you are into, you dig, you love,
right,
and go, man, I want to go see them this year because I haven't seen them in a couple of years.
I'm gonna tell you.
You're
this.
always clutch. I know.
I'm gonna tell you this. My show's coming up right now.
Yes.
My number one.
Yep. His number one.
Both
clutch.
of them are.
And in St. Louis too, so it's gonna be
but
close.
it's not just clutch. It's other stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. But if there was one venue that you would love to see a band at, that you've never been there, never seen a show in that venue, but when you look at that venue and you go, dude, I want to see a show there.
Oh, I got mine right now.
I got mine, and I think it's the same.
Is it?
I think.
I want to see Clutch and Corrosion of Conformity at Red Rocks.
See, okay. So for me,
Red Rocks in Colorado.
Yes, in Colorado. So for me, I would love to see a show at Red Rocks.
Yeah.
All right.
My number one place on my
And
list.
and to be honest with you,
bucket list.
I'm not sure that it even matters who it is.
Really?
I just want a show
really
to go see at Red Rocks.
Yeah.
You know, would I love it to be one of my guys, one of my bands?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think Metallica plays Red Rocks.
Now you can't get Lars's head in there.
Shoot, I told him earlier. I said I'm going to get him a Metallica shirt that says "I love Lars" on the back because he loves Lars. he throws some shade, but he still loves Lars.
Lars was the foundation of my drumming, man. When I first realized that I wanted to be a heavy metal drummer, it was Lars, man. Right. Lars and Nick Menza from Megadeth, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, we kid each other about the whole Metallica Lars thing. But,
I really do love Metallica.
Well, he has no choice because when I pull up to go pick him up, it's always Metallica in playing.
Or when he buys me a record, it's always
Metallica.
It's always Metallica. He buys me a record, it's always Metallica.
No, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Was every record on
No, you got me the Iron Maiden. You got me the Maiden too.
The Number of the Beast album.
Yeah,
that was
Number of the Beast.
That was actually the first album I bought you.
Yeah. No, you bought me both.
And then Injustice.
You bought me Injustice for All and
was it Together?
Together. You bought me both of them.
Man, I was feeling pretty generous.
I didn't even have a record player. He bought me that later. Greasing my palms.
But we love doing what we do.
Definitely do, man.
We love hanging out with each other, not just Hunter and I, but the entire band. We love hanging out with each other. We had a meal together during the holidays.
Between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yep.
We had
a nice
meal together.
Band meal with the spouses, with the families, with everybody, the kids and everything. So it is literally a family affair with Assemble. And speaking of families, I mean, I would be unjust to say, hey, I want to say thank you for your support as families of us. You know, Nicole, Lori, Jeff.
Anybody that supports us.
Yeah, everybody that does the supporting thing with Assemble and always gives us a shout out.
Right.
I'm just from the bottom of our hearts, man. We appreciate it, and it means so much to us. So we love that, and we love the idea of Assemble being a family,
right?
And doing that. So that's the other thing that we have. My horses are upstairs. Yeah. That's the other thing, man. It's like if you're gonna try out to be a singer for Assemble, you have to fit the family.
Yeah, for sure. We want you to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that you have to. I need to be able to call on you like I can call on Darby or anything.
Or Eddie or Jeff or whatever.
Jeff. Yeah.
You know.
I say Darby because he's the only one.
Because I'm always here.
Right.
You know.
But I know I can call Eddie or Jeff anytime.
Yeah, and there's not one of us that wouldn't drop what we're doing to get there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was like, I'm in the middle of getting stuff done at home or around the house. Hunter calls, hey, dude, you're not gonna believe what I just did again. Yeah. Can you come and give me a jump?
Can you come jump my car?
And I'm like, yeah. And within 10 minutes?
3 times in a week.
Within 10 minutes, I'm there.
Yeah, you're there.
We all just drop what we're doing, what we do, or what we're doing.
Right.
For each other.
As long as I got the time, man, you know I'm down for it.
And we take care of each other.
And I get everybody else involved.
Yep.
Whether they like it or not.
Regardless of they like it or not. But we do take care of each other as well. You know, if one of us are in need of whatever, we're there to make it happen and make it right and to do the things that need to be done. Get those things taken care of. Family first. Family's always first.
Family first.
You know, we could have a practice scheduled, something come up with Hunter, you know, and Nicole and Keenan or whatever. Someone come, dude, man, I'm
Gotta
so
cancel.
sorry. I got to cancel, but I got this going on. Dude, you don't even have to give me a reason.
What can I do to help? Is what I normally
You
get.
know, it's you don't even give me a reason. It's just, look, man, I'm not gonna be able to make it tonight.
Right.
And it's like, all right, dude, I'll see you next week, or I'll see you, you know, before then.
Right.
Hope everything goes well. If there's anything you need, I'm here. You know, that's just the way that conversation rolls every single time.
Every time.
And it isn't just from me to Hunter, but it's from me to Hunter to Eddie to Jeff, and all the way around. That is the response to each other, regardless of who we're talking to.
And that's not just speak. That's not just
No.
talking. I really can call Darby anytime, and
Yep.
and he'll be there, man.
At 3 a.m., at whatever, you know.
I would never call Darby at 3 a.m.
Yes, he would.
I know he's just not waking up at 3 a.m.
No. I'm just now going to bed anymore at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, me. That's when I work second shift, so 3 a.m. is about the time I'm starting to lay down.
Yeah, actually, my whole sleep schedule has changed.
Right.
You know,
You're on my schedule now.
I am kind of like on your schedule. Yeah, I don't go to bed until about midnight, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, every single night, and then I'm up by 6 or 7. You know, but that's neither here nor there.
I've been watching a lot of WWE, old WWE stuff.
Yeah,
WWF.
the whole wrestling stuff, the UFC
WWF.
stuff,
The WWF stuff.
WWF.
Not the WWE
Because we
stuff.
we gotta be proper now.
Well, I just like you know, the old guys. I like
Right.
watching the Andre the Giant and
Yeah,
you know those
it's
matches.
fun times, man. Back then, it was fun
Them
times.
dudes were wild, man.
Yeah.
I'm ready to play.
Anything else you wanna add, offer, suggest?
I don't really have anything.
You
Not
know.
that can't wait till next time we
Yeah,
run it.
next podcast we're gonna try to get either Eddie or Jeff in here.
Or both.
You know, to be a part of it, or both, where you can see the entire band as it sits right now.
Yeah. Probably do. I'd like to have both of them.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you haven't heard Hunter's story, you've got to go back to episode 1 or 2, because Hunter shares a story, and Hunter's story is an amazing story on how his life got changed around and how he was going in a direction that he shouldn't have been going, and things got changed around. But I promise you, as good as Hunter's story is, Eddie and Jeff both have equally great stories of their own.
100%.
And where they've come from, the things that they went through, their influences, you know, because I kid you not, Eddie's influences, some of them are the same as mine and the same as Hunter's, but there's other stuff that Eddie listens to and gets influences off of that I don't.
Right.
And maybe you still do, I don't know, but there are influences that you have that I don't get off on, or is my influence.
Because I love hip hop and Darby doesn't necessarily like rap.
Not really.
Wu-Tang.
but you know, it's like different stuff. Like Eddie's stuff, like Eddie is a huge Black Sabbath fan.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he auditioned with a Black Sabbath song.
Right.
Remember?
Yeah,
if you remember that?
yeah.
With
It didn't take much.
It didn't take much. It was just 8 minutes long. I mean, you know, whatever.
It didn't take much for me to get sold out on Eddie. Anyway.
But Eddie is one of those dudes that you will fall in love with, and he's just a great dude.
And he's a great player.
Yes, and he's a great player.
Great player.
But even as much as he's a great player, he's an even better person.
Yeah, he's a great granddad.
You know, he has got a very
maybe
heart.
maybe when we get him in here, we'll let him tell that story too.
Yeah.
If he wants to.
Jeff is a traveled dude. He comes from Colorado originally.
Yeah.
And he's been in a bunch of bands in the Colorado scene. He was in a bunch of bands here.
Right.
Jeff is a quiet one.
Yeah.
He's a quiet one.
He's a giant too.
And
Gentle.
he's a big dude. Not like Jeff is tall. He's taller than everybody in the
Right.
band. But Jeff has got a very soft side to him that really is, it's a relaxing thing.
He's a cat person.
And he's a cat
dude.
person, so he's,
he's gentle.
yeah, he's very gentle. But I love Jeff, and Jeff is one of those guys that you can literally sit down with and nobody gets excited. Like, hands are going like this, voices get raised and,
Right.
and all this stuff. You could literally have an hour-long conversation at this tone right here
Right.
with Jeff. And Jeff is perfectly good with it. And I love that about him because I don't have to get excited
Right.
to get my point across with Jeff. Jeff knows.
And I don't have to worry about offending him either. 'cause
No, Jeff is
He doesn't get really offended like that.
no. I love these guys, all three of them. I love these guys. Eddie, Hunter, Jeff. I love you guys so much, and you've become part of my family, and my family has adopted you guys into our family.
Definitely have.
And
The door's always unlocked for me. I don't even have to knock anymore. I just come
no,
in.
it's just like shoot me a message. Hey man, I'm on my way
I'm
over.
on my way.
Sweet, see you when you get here.
Door's unlocked.
But that is, man, we've covered a lot.
Yeah.
I've yapped a lot,
I'm ready to play some music. Ready to practice a
and
little bit.
yeah, let's call it a day.
Till next time.
Until next time. I don't want to do a month.
No.
No,
2 weeks.
I want to do 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Let's try 2 weeks. Not gonna promise anything
Right.
because
Circumstances
oh
happen.
my gosh. So let's shoot for 2 weeks.
You're right.
Let's put it on your schedule. I'll put it on mine.
I'm here every Saturday. It don't matter.
Well, not even on just a Saturday, but
I
if
can
we
come
do it
here
like on a
Sunday.
Sunday or whatever, let's make a schedule. We'll sit down after we get done playing.
Or I can come over for one day in the week.
We'll sit down and we will set up a time.
Right.
We'll get with Eddie and Jeff, make sure that works for
Right.
them. If it doesn't work for them, then
I really
we'll
want to
just-
get. I really want to get them.
Yeah, I
in,
want the round table that's actually square.
square table.
Yeah, I want the square table full. But yeah,
Can't wait.
love you, bro.
I love you too.